Manga-Waido.
Hello? Hello?
It's me.
Who is me?
It's your sister, Natsuki, damn it!
My name is Ryosuke Maeda. I received a surprising phone call today. I didn't know how long it had been before I received a call from my sister Natsuki. That's how separated we were. Our parents were basically education-only parents. They didn't care at all about anything except grades. I thought it was normal, but looking back now, I've realized how insane it was.
How can you not get a 100 after studying that hard?
I'm sorry.
You're not gonna be a good adult like this!
If you don't get a 100, I'm not going to let you out.
But...
It's your fault for failing.
My parents wanted me to study, get perfect scores, go to perfect college, and go to the perfect company. This was the only way to find happiness to them. They also believed that's what determines someone's worth. I was on the slightly smart side of studying. My sister, Natsuki, on the other hand, was always top of the class. On top of that, she was pretty and very athletic. Of course, my parents cared more about her than me.
Oh, great job, Natsuki. 100s all month.
You make your dad proud! My sister was always praised by them and told that her brother was terrible. At some point, she started looking down on me.
Why can't you do something so simple? Whatever. Just don't get in my way, okay?
I was neglected by my parents who had no hope for me. They would ignore me and skip my meals. That's why I hated the environment, and I left as soon as I graduated high school. I spent my high school part-time job money and scholarships to go to a relatively cheap national university, and started living alone. I didn't have any allowance, so I was barely getting by on my part-time job. However, I felt free for the first time in my life. Afterwards, I stumbled into acting and felt fulfillment like never before. I was ingrained in the acting school. I dropped out of college and joined an acting group. It was when I went home to report about that.
Get the hell out of this house. You're a shame.
I always knew you were bad from when you were young. You really can't be helped. I'd gone to college on my own money, but they weren't having any of it. I learned how to ignore what they were saying, but I remember my sister's cold, dead stare like it happened yesterday. However, it was only 2 or 3 years that our acting group actually did well. Slowly, we started losing our audience, and I left the acting group. I tried hard for 6 or 7 years, but my acting would never see the light of day. I still didn't want to go home, so I was doing a part-time job as security. It was since that day that I received a call from her. I heard her sigh on the other side of the phone. What do you want?
Are you working?
Huh? Work?
Stop stalling, just tell me.
I work as a security guard.
Of course, that's all you can do. Okay, I can tell you now.
She started off her speech like she was reading off a script.
I'm going to get married later. Not that it has anything to do with you. The only reason I'm calling you like this is because...
Oh, you're getting married?
I just said I was.
Well, congrats.
I'm going to make one thing clear on this call. I don't want you to come to my wedding. Also, don't ever come into contact with me. Understand?
What? What do you mean?
When our families met up with each other, they asked about my brother's whereabouts. We had lied, but there's no way we could explain a loser brother who dropped out of college, joined some acting troupe no one had heard of, right?
I left because you were complete jerks to me.
Whatever. My point is, I told them that we have no idea where you are after you ran from home. I'm not wrong, am I? So, don't ever come into contact with me again.
You!
My fiancé works at a great company and is elite. He's nothing like someone who is old and works as a security guard. The fact that you exist is enough to shame our family. Understand?
I had nothing left to say back.
Also, a lot of famous people will be joining our wedding because of his connections, so don't come.
Okay, fine.
Thanks. The best thing you can do as a brother is to cut ties with me and leave me alone. Bye.
She hung up on me. But I think this was the end of my relationship with my family. I actually felt relieved. A few weeks later, I received a single letter in the mail. After opening it and looking, huh? I was confused at what I had read, but I started to understand the situation after a little bit. This'll be fun. The day of her wedding, I showed up at a certain church where she was going to have her wedding. I wrote my name at the reception and told them I was the bride's brother. The woman immediately looked startled and ran to the back. Natsuki showed up immediately.
What the hell are you doing?
What do you mean? I showed up to say congrats to my sister. I swung by Mom and Dad's house to say hello first.
Stop messing around. I told you not to come. Let me explain to you, since you don't seem to understand. My husband works as an editor at a big-time company. He's got connections in all sorts of industries, and a lot of the things that he works with get produced into movies, too. Famous artists and actors will be coming, too.
And?
You're not supposed to be here. Disappear now.
Some of the relatives had shown up after hearing the ruckus. It's about time.
What?
I was actually invited by your fiancé.
What?
I actually started laughing after seeing her confused little face. She was getting even more angry.
What are you laughing at? Do you understand? The fact that you exist is a shame. Please, get the hell out!
Then the groom showed up. Hey, Natsuki, what are you doing?
Go home, now!
Natsuki, calm down! Natsuki, who was pulled away, was out of breath. What is going on? Sorry, sir. Are you okay?
Sir?
Yeah, I'm okay. It was just a sibling rivalry thing.
Sibling?
Oh yeah. She's my sister. What? Really? Why didn't you say so sooner? Oh, you know, she told me not to come.
Wait. Hang on, I don't understand. What's going on, Mr. Tomoya?
I'll tell you. He's the author that I'm working with right now.
Author?
I was also writing scripts when I worked with the acting troupe. After we disbanded, I continued to write. When I had time between shifts, I would write. I didn't gain traction at first, but a few years later, I was able to become a new writer and author. I won awards and whatnot too.
You didn't tell me that.
His work is now selling worldwide and is gonna be made into animes and movies.
But...
He's actually one of the top authors at our company. A lot of the actors and authors that are coming today are somehow connected to his work. He's so busy all the time, but he's made the time to come by.
He only told me that he was a security guard.
You guys don't care about me, right? And I don't need to say anything. Besides, I'm a part-time security guard. It's nice to put myself in a different environment rather than sitting around all the time. I'd always been working as a security guard while writing, so I think I'm just used to it. Anyway, didn't you say that you couldn't find your brother and that he wouldn't take any of your calls? Can you explain what's going on?
About that,
All the celebrities also showed up.
Oh, it's him! How long has it been, sir, since the filming the other day?
Oh, hey, I'm looking forward to watching the drama. I'll work hard to make sure that your work is portrayed correctly. Oh, you can really act however you see fit. Natsuki and my parents were both stunned to see how I was talking to all the celebrities. All right, We really need to get ready, so we'll be leaving now. Come on, Natsuki. I called Natsuki from behind. Natsuki! Congrats on your marriage. I really am happy for you. She didn't look back and walked away. Afterwards, the wedding went well. But the husband kept asking her what had happened after the whole debacle with me. Eventually, they found out how the whole family was lying about me, and they ended up divorcing within a year. She used to work at a large corporation, but she had retired to become a stay-at-home wife. In other words, she had to find another job. However, she couldn't find another big job, so she had to work part-time jobs. I, on the other hand, was successful as all of my writing was doing well, and they asked me to write continuations as well. I was busy, but fulfilled. Your newest piece was incredible! What a great son! Come home sometime!
Are you keeping yourself healthy? I'll cook for you any day, so don't hesitate, okay?
My parents, who had shunned me, completely switched their tunes and have been pestering me ever since they found out. My father's company is apparently doing bad, and they're in need of financial aid. I, of course, returned with, "It's hilarious and pitiful how you two have switched how you behave towards me. The terrible son has succeeded, and now your precious daughter has failed. I can only imagine how you feel. I digress. Please, don't contact me anymore." I understand I may be repeating myself, but after the toxicity I had to deal with growing up, I have no intention of being around you two. In fact, I'll be publishing a novella on how toxic of parents I grew up with. I pushed them away with all of my might, and they finally left me alone. No matter. I'll still publish the autobiography. I don't really care what will happen to them once I publish. It's all on them. I hope they pay for what they've done.